get ready to lose your first or next 10 pounds, then stick around because I'm going to tell you how to do exactly that. Now, I'm Ursula, and I most recently lost a total of 90 pounds. Back in 2014, I had VSG, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy, weight loss surgery. I lost approximately 100 pounds. I got pregnant, life happened, and I regained most of that weight. In 2022, I found myself at 225 pounds, which was the heaviest I had been post-op. In May of 2023, I started the 75 Hard Challenge. I ate cleanish, I didn't eat processed sugar, I incorporated running and strength training into my fitness routine, and I went on to lose 70 pounds in 9 months. After losing the 70 pounds, I had tummy tuck skin removal surgery. And then I went on to train for a marathon. And then during the course of training for that marathon, I lost an additional 16 pounds. And so my weight loss journey this time around, I've lost approximately 90 pounds. So I'm going to share with you the exact blueprint on how to lose your first or your next 10 pounds. So you're going to want to grab a pen and a piece of paper because I'm going to give you the exact steps to follow. So the first thing you're going to do is to commit to the 30-day plan. That just simply means you're going to commit to following the plan every single day for 30 days. You're not going to be focused on a number on the scale, weight loss, clothing size, anything like that. None of that matters. The only thing I want you to focus on is making sure that you complete all of the tasks of the plan every single day for 30 days. And what this is going to do is force you to take your focus off the end results and instead focus on just completing the plan task. And this will help you to break bad habits and build new habits because you're not focused on the end result. You're just simply focused on doing whatever it takes to complete the plan every single day. So first step is to commit to the 30 days, no matter what. Throw all ideas of weight and weight loss out the window. We're just going to complete the 30 days. The next thing that I want you to do is to get prepared with some tools. You're going to need a food scale, a water bottle, at least one nonfiction book. I would highly recommend you go ahead and pick up 2, but at least one. And then you're going to need a food tracker. Now you can use any food tracker that you like, but we're going to be entering our food into this food tracker every day for the 30 days. So pick one that is the most intuitive to you. Now I went to ChatGPT and I simply asked it for a list of food apps that would allow you to enter macro goals. And this was the list that it gave me. So I'll leave it here on the screen, but I'll also put it in the video description. Go through them, pick one that you like. I happen to use MyFitnessPal simply because it's what I have, it's what I know, it's what I use. I have the premium version because somewhere along the way, I guess I paid for it. So I do use the premium version, but go through these apps and find one that best suits you because you're going to be using it for 30 days and you need to be able to enter macro goals into it and then track your food against it. The next thing I want you to do is go to the TDEE calculator and figure out what your calorie and macro goals should be for your goals. So now tdeecalculator.net, put in your information. It's going to ask you for things like your age, your weight, your height. Once you enter that information, it's going to give you 3 options. One for cutting, one for bulking, and one for maintenance. If your goal is weight loss, then you're going to want to use the cutting tab. Now, I like to go with moderate protein simply because I do a lot of working out and your body needs carbs. It needs good carbs, and I need those carbs in order to sustain my workouts. And so I tend to use the moderate protein goals simply because it gives me a good balance of carbs and protein. Now, if you're used to something like keto, then you may want to go with high protein because it'll give you lower carbs. Choose whatever option is best for your needs. I'm not telling you which one to choose. Choose which one is best for your needs. Just be sure that you're on the cutting tab if your goal is to lose weight. The next thing you're going to do is take that information and you're going to enter it into your food tracker. Whatever those goals are that it gave you for calories, for fat, for protein, and for carbs. You're going to enter it into your food tracker, and then you're going to start tracking your food against these goals every day. TDEE calculator, find out what your macro goals are and enter them into your food tracker. All right, so your next step is to decide on an eating plan and a movement plan. For your eating plan, you want to go with something that is easy, that's flexible, and that you know that you can follow for the next 30 days. I wouldn't try anything new here. If you've never done intermittent fasting before, this is probably not the time to start intermittent fasting. Go with something that you know. I would also highly recommend that you ensure that whatever eating style you decide to go with, that it helps you to reach those macro goals. It is counterproductive if whatever eating style that you choose doesn't help you to reach those macro goals. Reaching those goals are very important, so just ensure that whatever eating plan that you choose will align with your macro goals. For your movement plan, the goal is going to be 60 minutes of movement per day. And so you can break that up however you like. If you want to do 30 in the morning and 30 in the afternoon, if you want to do all 60 in the morning or all 60 in the afternoon, however it is you want to break that up. Select something that you know that you can do, that will not be that much of an effort to do it, and that you can stick with for 30 days. Now, I'm not saying that you can't switch it up, and I'm not saying that it has to be low impact only or high impact only. Notice the only thing that I said is 60 minutes of movement. You get to decide what that is. I'm just simply telling you to keep it simple. For the next 30 days, you just want to be able to say, I did it, I completed it, I got in my 60 minutes of movement, whatever that looks like. Now, I also want you to think about and incorporate some recovery movement in there as well. So for me, my movement is going to be running. I like to run, I strength train, so I'll be doing a little bit of all that. But I'm also going to incorporate some recovery into that as well. And recovery for me looks like foam rolling and stretching primarily. Low impact walking is another form of recovery for me. So decide what movement plan you're going to go with, but be sure that you are incorporating some recovery activity in there as well. Okay, so now that you have your plan in place, here's what you're going to do every day for the next 30 days. You're going to follow your eating plan with no alcohol, no cheat meals, and no processed sugar. You're going to track the food that you eat against your macro goals every single day. So whatever that food tracker is that you decided, everything you eat and everything you drink, you need to put it into the food tracker every day. The next thing you're going to do is to complete 60 minutes of movement per day. And again, I'm not dictating what type of movement that you do. Just be sure you're getting in those recovery activities as well. You can break up that 60 minutes if you want to, or you can do it all in one clip. It really doesn't matter as long as you're getting in the 60 minutes of movement per day. You are welcome to meditate, but it doesn't count towards your 60 minutes of movement. Meditation, typically you're sitting still, and we want this to be 60 actual minutes of moving your body. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to drink 64 ounces of water per day, and this just equates to the 8 ounce glasses of water that we were all taught as kids. You want to, for me, the easiest thing to do is to get a refillable water bottle. If you get the one that I use, it's 64 ounces. You fill it in the morning, you drink on it throughout the course of the day. Do what is easiest for you. Just get in your 64 ounces of water, and most of these food apps have a place for you to track your water. So be sure that you're tracking your water as well in those food apps. The next thing you want to do is to read 10 pages of nonfiction book every day, and I would highly discourage you from using audiobooks, because typically when we're using audiobooks, we're trying to multitask, and so our brain, our mind isn't really focused in on what is being said. Get you a hard copy book where you have to physically turn the pages. That is the best thing for you to use. The next thing that you're going to do is take a progress photo. Now, you can take a daily progress photo if you like, but you're only required to take a progress photo on day 1, day 6, day 12, day 18, day 24, and day 30. So you should have at least 6 progress photos. I would recommend that you do photos that capture at least your front and your 2 sides. You can do videos if you like. Just be consistent with whatever you decide to do so that you can compare photo to photo and video to video. Just be consistent with it. Now, if you want to get on the scale, because old habits die hard, and we gotta know our starting weight and we gotta know our ending weight, the day before you start, get on the scale. Get on the scale, write down the number, put the scale away. You will not see the scale again. You have no use for the scale again. Next time you should see that scale is the day after the 30 days is over. So we're not doing daily weigh-ins, we're not doing weekly weigh-ins. If you're going to weigh yourself the day before you start and the day after you finish, nothing in between. All right, so to recap, we're going to follow our eating plan with no alcohol, no cheat meals, and no processed sugar. We're going to drink 64 ounces of water per day. We're going to get in 60 minutes of movement per day. We're going to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book per day. And we're going to take progress photos. We're going to take 6 progress photos. And if we decide to get on the scale, it will only be the day before and the day after we finish. That is it. Now, what this is designed to do is to help you to break bad habits and to create new habits. Those are the things that we need to do in order to be consistent in our routines so that we actually can see the results that we're looking for. But again, this 30 days isn't about the results. It is about breaking those bad habits and forming new ones. So that's why I don't want you to focus on how much weight can I lose or anything like that. Just focus on the actual work. Focus on the doing of the task every day, and then you can worry about the results later. Just focus on breaking those bad habits and creating new ones. That's what this 30 days is all about. And I promise you, if you follow this, you will build some momentum. I don't know how many pounds you're gonna lose in 30 days. You might lose the 10 pounds in the first week. I don't know. But that, again, is not the point of the 30 days. You are going to build momentum, and that will carry you through your weight loss journey. That is what you need, and that is what you're looking for ultimate success. Breaking those bad habits, building new ones, building momentum, building discipline, because you want to be consistent, and this will help you do it. Now, if you would like to follow this blueprint with the support of a community, if you want access to ideas for meal plans and workout plans and to a place where you can ask questions and get your questions answered, I would encourage you to join our Start with 30 community. And there's a couple of different ways to do that. You can click on the link in my video description. It'll take you to a page where you can join the next 30-day challenge, or you can actually become a member of the channel. And in doing that, you have access to the community all the time. So you can do the one-time challenge where you have access to the community for the duration of the challenge, or you can become a member of the channel and you have access to that community as long as you're a member of the channel. All right, so if this information has been helpful, take a moment and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would love to have you here as part of our community. Hit the subscribe button. I wish you well on your weight loss journey, your health and fitness journey, whatever journey you are on, I am cheering you on. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.